Hey YouTube, it's Florida Stacker back here with you. And in today's video, we're going to look at different ways and techniques that you can use to safely and securely store your 1-ounce silver bullion coins, as well as your 10-ounce silver bars. So if you're looking for ways to store your silver, then stay tuned. This video is for you. Hey, and welcome back, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. And today I've got some very popular 1 troy ounce silver coins in front of you. I've also got a couple of very popular 10-ounce silver bars. And what I want to show you today is how you can store these silver coins and silver bars, how you can protect them from, obviously, tarnish, damage, and store them in an appropriate way so that when your time comes to sell them and you need to turn that back into whatever your nation's currency is, that the silver bullion that you have is in the absolute best physical shape. One of the important reasons to state this, and I can't emphasize this enough, is that many silver accumulators and stackers, they buy with their eyes, okay? I get it. There's a lot of folks out there that understand that silver is silver. But when it comes down to a dirty coin and a clean coin, and they're the same price, usually stackers and accumulators are going to go for the clean coin. So let's talk about some ways right now on how you can store your 1-ounce silver coins, as well as some 90% silver coins here, and 10-ounce silver bars. So we're going to break this down for you today by looking at the larger coins first, working our way down to the smaller coins, and then at the end, we'll take a look at the 10-ounce silver bars. Please keep in mind that at the end of the day, your silver is your silver, and what you decide to do, how you decide to buy, what you decide to buy, and obviously how you decide to store it is really and truly your decision. However, I remain a firm believer in education for life, so hang with me here and let me show you what I've got, and please leave your tips and techniques, as well as your methods, whatever you want to call it, down below in the comments section so that we can all learn and grow from your experiences holding and storing physical silver. Okay, so let's get started with the world's most popular silver bullion coin, the American Silver Eagle. I've got a 2020 American Silver Eagle here for you today. This one is raw. It is not in any kind of protection whatsoever. So let's get to the most basic types of protection for the American Silver Eagle. Before we do that though, I want you to know that this coin is 40.6 millimeters in diameter and has a thickness of 2.98 millimeters. So it's a pretty large coin when it comes to the silver bullion world. One of the 3 that exceeds 40 millimeters in diameter I have out in front of you here today. One more thing you'll notice today in this video, because I'm handling these coins raw, I'm wearing gloves. I'm actually wearing these gloves here that I picked up off of Amazon.com. They're not made out of cotton, and I actually like these a lot better. I noticed a lot of other YouTube content creators wearing the black gloves, and so these are not cotton, obviously. They just do a lot better job as far as maintaining your dexterity so you can maintain a firm grip on the coins when you're handling them. I have dropped several coins wearing the white cotton gloves, so I don't recommend them. I recommend that you just get on Amazon or go to Walmart or wherever you can gain access to some gloves, and get yourself some gloves if you're going to be handling these coins in the raw. And the reason I say that is because you can transfer dirt as well as liquids and all kinds of other nasty things onto your silver, and silver is prone to tarnishing, all right? So if you want to keep them looking clean, you want to keep them looking brilliant uncirculated, then make sure that you're wearing gloves when you're handling raw silver. When you're handling them in the capsules, these are some 2-ounce and 1-ounce coins here that I've got in capsules already. It's not necessary to wear gloves. Of course, if you want to avoid the fingerprints, then I would wear gloves, but it's really not necessary once they're in these airtight capsules. Keeps them really safe. So we're going to go ahead and capsule up some coins here after we show you the first way to store your coins. And the first way is really basic, and it's the way that they come to you from the online bullion dealers and usually your local coin shop as well. And that's in a plastic flip. Now, a flip is just a simple piece of plastic, and there's certain types of plastics. You can do some research when you're on your online bullion dealers' websites about types of plastics that will hurt silver. These, of course, do not. These come from coin collecting businesses, right? And this here is one way to do it. You can just go ahead and slip that silver coin into the plastic flip, toss this into a box. Obviously, this doesn't provide a whole lot of, how should I say, organization, nor does it provide a high level of protection. But then again, these coins come from the US Mint in the next way I'm going to show you, and that is in their original mint tubes. All right, so I grabbed our 2020 1-ounce American Silver Eagle back out of the flip. I'll go ahead and set it down. I'm going to show you some tube options for the American Silver Eagle, and then we'll look at the other two coins that are made out of the same size. Now, right here off to the left, let's bring it into the camera. I've got an official US Mint tube. So let's go ahead and take that American Silver Eagle once more. Keeping in mind it's 40.6 millimeters, and 20 of these will fit in this US Mint tube, all right? So that's one option. A lot of times if you're ordering 10 or more American Silver Eagles from the online bullion dealers, they'll go ahead and ship this tube out to you with your coins. At least that's been my experience. All right, so let's go ahead and grab the American Silver Eagle back out, and I'll show you two other tube options, that is, for storing American Silver Eagles. And the next one, this one here, you've probably seen these. These are all over your local coin shops. All right, US Eagle, I think it says there on the top. US Eagle 41 millimeters. That's right. So you want a 41 millimeter tube. You're always going to want to round up when it comes to these coins, okay? Obviously, it's better to have a little more space for the coin to fit in there and have just a little bit of jiggle than it is to not fit in there at all. So you can get these, of course, from any of the coin industry dealers, Wizard, Coin Supply. I've gotten these from APMEX, off eBay, Amazon.com. But my personal favorite for storing the American Silver Eagles is this tube here from Guardhouse. And the reason that I like this tube better than all the other tubes when it comes to the American Silver Eagle, first of all, it holds 20, just like the others. All right. But when you look at this tube here, let's bring it back. The other generic tube for American Silver Eagles, you really can't see the silver inside. It's a little bit more difficult to understand the count. They're also a little bit more bulky, which may be good if you're, I don't know, a bit more clumsy in handling your silver more often. But for me, I like this one the best. It has the Silver Eagle logo on the top, and check this out. I just absolutely dig being able to twist a cap, okay? Now, when you come back to the original mint tube, let's go ahead and grab the original mint tube. Of course, I set it somewhere. Ah, there it is. The way that you secure these, I still have a packing peanut in there, is you'd press the lid down, right? Now, at the detriment of your fingernails, you got to get it open in order to access the coins, right? With the Guardhouse tube, all you got to do is twist it. And it's on there tight. And it's actually got these little, you can see little nubs. I don't know the proper definition for them. They're actually little parts of plastic that fit into some grooves. And when they're in those grooves, it makes it a little more difficult to twist. So it's kind of almost like taking off, not quite to this extreme, of course, but more similar to taking off like something like a medicine cap, okay? It's got a little bit of extra security there. I like these quite a bit. And you can see I've got a couple tubes of those here, and you can count them up. So you know right away, these hold 20 as well. And they're great tubes, and they're my personal favorite for the American Silver Eagle. All right, so now let's move on to the Australian Kangaroo. And as mentioned at the beginning of the video, the Australian Kangaroo is the same size as the American Silver Eagle, coming in at 40.6 millimeters in diameter and 2.98 millimeters in thickness. This is a very popular silver bullion coin from the country of Australia. So to store these, we're going to use the exact same techniques. Okay, now I know this green one here says Silver Eagle on top of it. All right, if that doesn't bother you, then you can go ahead and just grab your Kangaroos, slap it in there. It's the exact same size. Or what I do, because I like a little bit of distinction between my American Silver Eagles and my foreign silver bullion coins, is I actually put my Kangaroos in the white one. It just gives me a little bit more of a visual cue when I'm reaching in to grab a tube of silver out, which tube I'm going to go ahead and grab out. So you've already seen the flips. No need to show you that again. This is a great way to store your silver Kangaroos. Okay, let's move on to the Mexican Libertad. So the Mexican Libertad, of course, is the same. It's the same diameter as the American Silver Eagle. It is a little bit more thick. They do fit into the same capsules. I'm going to go ahead and grab the original mint tube here for the more modern Mexican Libertads. All right, here's what it looks like. Of course, I just snapped close the lid on the tube, so I'll have to go ahead and Get that off again. And it's actually a little easier to do because you can see there's a little bit of excess material that hangs off of a little bit over the plastic here on the tube, on the lid piece. So you can just get your fingernail under there. It's not nearly as difficult as the American Silver Eagle tube. So let's go ahead and get that open. All right, so this original mint tube from the Bank of Mexico, all right, will hold 25 Libertads. I personally prefer to keep my coins in tubes of 20, so I don't use this one, but I did own it, so I wanted to show it to you today. This, of course, is for the more modern silver Libertads. Let's go ahead and grab that Libertad right now. Just show you. You can put it into the tube, and it's a perfect fit for this tube of 25 silver Mexican Libertads. Go ahead and grab the tube, get it out of the way. Just like the Australian Kangaroo, however, we'll go ahead and remove the Australian Kangaroo once more from this coin capsule here. And this one is from Coin Safe and is made in the USA. All right, so this Coin Safe tube here, let's grab the Mexican silver Libertad. Go ahead and drop that in there. Same thing. Same diameter, same dimensions. I wiggled a little hard there, that's why you heard that, but fits like a glove. So if you just want to put 20 into a tube, you can use these from CoinSafe. You can also use, obviously, the ones from Guardhouse that say Silver Eagle on top. But if that bothers you that they say Silver Eagle, then, maybe these will work for you. All right, let's move on to a little bit smaller coin, and that is the United Kingdom or British Britannia, the 1 ounce silver Britannia coin. This coin comes to us at a diameter of 38.61 millimeters. So it is smaller in diameter than the American Silver Eagle. It's a little bit more thick at 3 millimeters. Now for the silver Britannia, as well as the silver Krugerrand. Now the silver Krugerrand is just a little bit, has a little bit wider diameter. It's at 38.7, so just a smidge wider than the Britannia. But also a bit thinner at 2.84 millimeters. You're going to want to use either the original mint tubes, and I'll show you both of those here. So for the Britannia, it comes in this gray lid now. And these are super easy. Here, watch this. I'm going to show you. Let's go ahead and grab that Britannia. I'll set it down into the tube. All right. I'm going to sit this down. Go ahead and snap the cap on here. Of course, it's giving me some trouble, right? Because I'm on camera. There we go. And check that out. And what's so cool about these tubes, and they do hold 25, which, I've brought up several times. I like to store them in 20. And I'll show you a solution for that here in a second. But these tubes have the twist feature, which makes it so much easier to get in and access your silver bullion coins at the time that you want to get in and access them, especially if you're a YouTube content creator, right? You got to show this stuff. So there you go. That's from the Royal Mint. Let's go ahead and twist one more time. Super easy. We'll go ahead and retrieve the coin. Let's go ahead and grab the original mint tube now from the South African Mint. And this is for the South African Krugerrand. Okay, and this will also hold 25 South African Krugerrands. All right, there we go. You can see Krugerrand there. I'm filming in a different location today, and so I don't have the normal lighting that I've got, but let's go ahead and grab that Krugerrand. You can see, perfect fit, obviously, comes from the mint. Let's go ahead and grab that Britannia. Perfect fit, right? So you can kind of use either or in this situation for your silver coins because they're approximately the same size. Now, for those of you here in the United States, like about 80% of my subscribers that tune in are from the United States. My recommendation, if you don't want to buy the original mint tube or you want something that holds 20, is to get these medallion tubes, these Guardhouse medallion tubes. These are medallion-66. Okay, at the bottom, you can see it says Guardhouse. You get these real cheap online, all right? And these are a little more small, and they're similar to the tubes for the Guardhouse tubes, that is, for the American Silver Eagle. So they fit very well together. If you're going to go ahead and stack generic rounds, this is also the one you want. This is a 39 millimeter tube. Okay, remember, you want to round up slightly. So we'll go ahead and grab the Britannia, perfect fit. And obviously, that the Krugerrand is going to fit as well. So these tubes will hold 20, which I like because it fits a little bit better into my safe storage location. So there you go. You can get these from Guardhouse 39 millimeters. They work perfectly for the Britannia, the Krugerrand, and all of the generic silver rounds that you pick up from all the dealers out there. 39 millimeters. That's the one you want. All right, now let's look at the Canadian silver maple leaf. Now, the Canadian silver maple leaf is a little bit less in diameter than the other coins we've mentioned so far. It comes in at a perfect 38 millimeters in diameter. It's also a little bit more thick, and the thickness of the Canadian silver maple leaf, you can see that thickness there, is 3.29 millimeters. Now, there are several ways to store this coin. Okay, we've shown you the flips, so let's show you some tubes. And the first, of course, is the original mint tube. Now, the mint tubes of late have come with these yellow caps for the standard silver maple leaf, and they hold 25 silver maple leaves. Let's go ahead and grab the US Mint tube here. Okay, so these are the two most popular silver bullion coins in the world. Here in the, I should say, let me retract. Okay, let me retract because I don't want to alienate our European and Australian subscribers. Okay, in my part of the world, these are the two most popular silver bullion coins. All right, I want to make sure that you understand. In my part of the world, in North America, these are the two most popular. The Canadian tube holds 25. The American tube holds 20. But there's a way around that. I'm not going to waste your time. You know the coin fits in here to this tube. First, you can pick up on eBay, sometimes on Amazon.com, sometimes on APMEX, the retro Canadian silver maple leaf tubes. Now, these were the way that the Royal Canadian Mint used to send these out in their monster boxes, all right? And these will hold 20. Let's go ahead and drop that maple leaf in there. It's a perfect fit. Let's go ahead and bring that US Mint tube back. Now, the Canadian one is still slightly taller. Keep it in mind that the maple leaf is a lot thicker than the American Eagle. This is a little bit more narrow in diameter, obviously, a little bit more tall, but these fit very well together, okay? If you're looking for a little bit more convenient solution, something cheaper, a little more easy to find for your silver Canadian maple leafs, then once more, you can go back to Guardhouse, okay? I personally don't choose to store mine this way, and I'll tell you why. And it has to do with the thickness. Okay, so these are Guardhouse tubes, similar to those generic Guardhouse tubes that held the Britannia and the Krugerrand. These, however, say Guardhouse on the bottom, but on the top, they say large dollar. Okay, now the reason that you can actually put these in this tube is because they're the same diameter as both the Morgan silver dollar, 90% silver coin, as well as the piece silver dollar. But the Canadian maple leaf, the bullion coin, is quite a bit more thick. So when you buy these large dollar tubes, they will only hold 19 silver Canadian maple leaves, okay? We want to hold 20. So I don't recommend using this option for maple leaf, unless, of course, you're going to hold less than 20 in this tube, and you're okay with that. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the piece and Morgan silver dollars. These are some BU examples of both a Morgan silver dollar to the left and a piece silver dollar to the right. These tubes here, they're perfect for them, okay? They really are. They're perfect for them. They'll hold 20. And one of the things that I really like about these particular large dollar Guardhouse tubes is, first of all, there is no mint tube for the Morgans and the piece dollars. Whenever I buy these, they come in a flip. Almost always they come in a flip, right? But you can turn it around, and of course I don't have a full tube in there, but when you just look at the bottom, you can determine really easily, or when you look at the top when the tube is full, whether or not this is a tube of piece dollars or Morgan dollars. There's enough transparency, but also the tube is designed to keep harmful light. Light does actually impact your silver bullion coins from damaging your coins as you tuck them away. So let's go ahead and grab these Morgan and piece dollars back out and move on to the last coin here before we show you the silver bars and then get on to the capsules. All right, so the last coin that I want to show you today is the Austrian silver Philharmonic. This is a European coin coming from the country of Austria. It's backed by the euro, 1.5 euros there. It's a beautiful coin. It's been out now for, I believe, about 2 decades, maybe a little more than that. And it is 37 millimeters in diameter. So it's a bit smaller in diameter than the other coins. Does not have a reeded edge. Has a nice smooth edge that you see there, which makes it quite a bit different. It's got all the heft of the other coins in a much smaller diameter, a little bit more thick at 3.2 millimeters of thickness. Now, the only way that I'm storing these at this time is in the original mint tubes. These coins, they fit very nicely into a lot of different storage locations. They also have a little flip on the cap here, so when you close it, it's pretty easy to twist and pop off. I definitely like the design of some of the European mint tubes over that, of course, of the American Eagle, which hopefully during 2021 not only is the coin changing, but maybe we'll even see the mint tube itself change for the better. So this is 37 millimeters. Obviously, you can take that Philharmonic and slide it on there, and it'll hold 20. And to compare that in size to the American Silver Eagle, you can see they're relatively, just like the retro Royal Canadian Mint maple leaf tubes, these Philharmonic tubes are all about the same size. All right, so let's go ahead and set the fill over here, put the Eagle back, and let's move on to the capsules. All right, so in a similar fashion to the tubes, obviously when you're shopping for capsules, you got to make sure that you purchase the right size. And they don't all fit into the same storage solutions exactly the same way because of the diameter differences as well as the thickness differences between the coins. I'm going to start out here with the Austrian Silver Philharmonic, and keeping in mind, I've got one here to the left. You can see in my left hand, a coin capsule for the Philharmonic. This is a thicker coin and a smaller coin in diameter. So you want a 37 millimeter capsule. In this particular case, you want a 37 millimeter capsule for this coin. Now, what I like to do, and some of these different capsules are made out of different designs, but you can look at, usually there's like a dot. You see that dot there? Little dot at the bottom of the lid here of the capsule. I like to take the coin and I like to line that dot up with the bottom of the coin. Just something I do. Sometimes there's dots on both the top and the bottom of the capsule, so you can kind of line them up. Just gives it a little bit more of a clean appearance for those of you like me who like to take a look at your silver coins. All right. So there you go. 37 millimeters for the Austrian Silver Philharmonic. All right, let's move on to the Britannia and the Krugerrand. Now for those, just like the tubes, you're going to want the 39 millimeter direct fit coin capsules. I prefer the direct fit. I don't like putting the black or the white rings in there. It just kills the edge of the coin. You don't get the light coming through. You don't see the edge of the coin. They're hideous and they're lazy, to be honest with you. So if you want to do it the right way, then you want the direct fit ones, or at least as close to direct fit as possible, especially as mentioned, if you like to look at your gold and silver. So let's go ahead and pull this capsule off. This is 39 millimeters. Let's see if we can find the bottom. Yep, I already see the bottom right there. See that little dot on the capsule? So we'll go ahead and grab the Britannia. We'll more or less line it up with the bottom. We'll grab the lid. And another reason I like these Guardhouse capsules is because they do have the dots on both the top and the bottom. And we'll go ahead and line those up. And when I have them where I want before pressing down, go ahead and get 4 points of contact here, 4 fingers, 2 thumbs, and I'll press down and just kind of use my thumbs to kind of go around the side there and make sure that you've got a nice, secure, snug fit. So there you go. A little bit of wiggle, keeping in mind that the Britannia is a little smaller, right? It's a little smaller in diameter than a generic round, and also a little smaller than the South African Krugerrand. So we'll go ahead and pull another one out here, but to save you some time, the 39 millimeters work with the Krugerrands just as well as they work for the Britannia. So let's move on. Okay, now for the American Silver Eagles, for the Mexican Silver Libertads, and obviously the Australian Kangaroos, you can use the American Silver Eagle capsules because they're all the same size, right? They fit in the same tubes. So you might as well. The American Silver Eagle is super popular. There's plenty of storage options out there. Now these do say 40 millimeters. I don't know why. They really should say 41, but let's go ahead and get a couple of these in capsules, all right? So I've already got this package open. I believe I capsuled one of my Perth Mint coins. That's another thing you can use these American Silver Eagles capsules for, is all of the limited mintage, the lower mintage Perth Mint coins like the Kookaburra or any of the other special edition coins. koala that come out of the Perth Mint. Let's go ahead and grab one, right? So this is a special limited lower mintage coin from the Perth Mint, the Dragon and Tiger, right? This isn't an American Silver Eagle capsule now because the capsules that come from the Perth Mint are a little bit more thick and they don't work so well with some of the boxes and capsule tubes that I'm going to show you here in just a few minutes. So you can transfer those Perth Mint coins out of those Perth Mint capsules into these Guardhouse, Airtight, any of the brands that you like, capsules, and they'll work just perfect and they'll fit much better in the boxes and the tubes. Okay, so similar situation applies. All right, you find the bottom. You see the bottom there? See that little dot? Let's go ahead and grab, we'll do the Austrian Kangaroo. We'll go ahead and line that up to where the bottom, there you go, little dots at the bottom. The coin is flush with the capsule. Just want to, make sure you're paying attention. I'm doing this on camera too, so I'm trying to be even more careful because I'm multitasking, but I get it all lined up there, and similarly, just use my thumbs. All right, just kind of squeeze it on there, and there you go. So now you've got this coin in capsule. So same will apply for the Mexican Libertad as well as the American Silver Eagle, right? Because we know that they're the same size. So now let's go to the Canadian Maple Leaf as well as the Peace and Morgan Silver Dollars. And I got something a little more special to show you. I'm going to reach over here and grab. So these come directly from On Fire Guy. I get a lot of comments about, where to buy. And I got these, I believe, on Fire Guy's website. You can get them on Amazon.com. You can get them on eBay. But it's an H38 direct fit. This is Airtight brand, so these are not Guardhouse. It's from On Fire Guy, and these will fit 38 millimeters, right? So these will fit your your Canadian silver maple leafs, as well as the American Peace dollars, Morgan dollars, and it even comes with the tube. So I'm going to pause the video and let's get this open. Okay, so you see you got a nice tube here, and these will hold 20. All these tubes will hold 20 coins in capsules. And the box here that's very well packaged, right, to keep your capsules from rubbing against each other and getting scratched up. So let's go ahead and get a couple of these capsules out real quick. All right, so we've got the bottom to one. Set that down. And let's go ahead and grab the lid. All right, so these come out of that. Same thing applies, okay? You want to go ahead and find that dot. I've already located it. Let's go ahead and grab the maple leaf. Try to get it to where it's at the bottom of the coin. And we'll go ahead and grab the lid here once more. I'll try to find that white dot at the top. It looks like I found it there. Yep, there it is. And let's go ahead and verify that real quick because that doesn't look, yep, there's the white dot. All right, so I got those lined up. Same thing applies. Just add a little pressure to the edges here, okay? And now this coin is encapsulated. And let's go ahead and open up this tube. All right, so it comes all as a kit. I think I paid about 20 bucks. Some of you are gonna go, oh my, that's so much money. Maybe it is, but if you want to protect them and store them in a very professional and secure way, this is a great way to do it. So just go ahead and drop that down in there, and there's a little teeny bit of wiggle with the maple leaves because guess what? This tube is also designed for a little bit larger 39 millimeter, and even let's find our 40.6. See, it'll hold them all. So you're going to get a little bit of wiggle when it comes to the Peace dollars or the Canadian maple leaves. Definitely going to get some wiggle here. Let's go ahead and grab that Philharmonic that we had. If I can remember where I put it, I've got so much. There it is. Got so much stuff laid out here. If you could see to the left and right, you know what I mean. But there's that Philharmonic. So when you put these in this tube, this is why I told you the only way I'm storing the Philharmonics at this time is in the original mint tubes outside of the capsules, but they're quite a bit more thin, right? You see, got a little more wiggle. Of course, the capsule's very tight on the coin, so it keeps the coin secure. You're not going to run into any damage on the coin, but if you want to get them, just right like I do, then I don't put these Philharmonics in these H38 tubes. All right, so you've seen some capsules. You You've seen some capsule tubes. Now let's look at boxes. And the favorite box of mine that I like to store my coins in. I've got some coins in here right now. I'm going to pull out to the side so I can show you these coins we just put in capsules. Is these Guardhouse boxes, okay? Now these Guardhouse boxes, capsule box item 781635, size large, holds 25. You can get double ones that'll hold 50, right? So it's just two of these. They're thicker, all right? So let's go ahead and pop open the top, show you what I'm talking about here. So there's 25, kind of like a velvety, it's soft grooves in this box. Let's go ahead and grab the Britannia, grab the maple leaf, and we'll grab the silver kangaroo. And look there. So you can put 25 capsule coins in these boxes, fill it up, 25 ounces of silver in capsules. Go ahead and shut that down. You can write on them if you want to, put a sticker on them so you know what's inside. But these are great options too for storing your capsuled silver coins. Now, I'm going to show you one more way to store capsuled silver coins, and it comes to us from none other than the country of China. All right, so the Chinese 30-gram pandas, when shipped in a complete tray, hold 15 Chinese 30-gram pandas. I got one of those trays right here. Let's go ahead and set the box down and grab that tray. And I'm going to show you this. It's a little bit more expensive to do it this way. I bought this particular tray off of, I believe it was Amazon. No, it was Atmex. I got this directly from Atmex. All right, I think they charged me about $7 for it, and I've had this for a little over a year now. So it's got these little tabs here on the side. You can just, pop these tabs up, right? And kind of goes out like that. Let's go ahead and grab the Britannia. You can just set it in there. Same thing applies for the maple leaf or the kangaroo, keeping in mind American Silver Eagle size, Peace and Morgan dollar size, all your generic size. Just set that over. Go ahead and secure the flips, little tabs here on the side. Go ahead and pinch those down just like that. Pretty simple. And there you go, right? All right, so these are encapsulated. They do jiggle just a little bit. You can turn it around. You can use your finger here to turn the coins. And it's another great way to store these, okay? Another great way to store these. I actually prefer to store my 1 ounce gold coins this way. It's professional. It's a great way to access them. It's a great way to keep them safe. You can still see them. And for pulling them out for these YouTube videos, of course, also makes things nice as well. All right, so let's pause the video and let's move on to the next topic. All right, so today we have shown you flips, we've shown you tubes, we've shown you some silver coins, of course, that fit into both of those. We've showed you capsules. We showed you a way to store your capsuled coins in tubes, all right? And they do come in other colors too. I've got some blue tops here. You don't always have to, of course, buy the red or the black tops. There's some other colors out there for those of you that like to kind of change things up a little bit, or, you could always use the red. But we haven't talked about how to keep our silver bars secure. Now, I want to make a very important comment here on these two particular silver bars, okay? These two silver bars, this one here to the left, comes from the Royal Canadian Mint. This is a 10-ounce silver bar. It's got a reeded edge. It's got a lot of security features. It's a very beautiful silver bar. It's my my favorite silver bar. It's the one that I intend to hopefully accumulate 50 of for 500 ounces over the years. I've also got this other beautiful silver bar from the Royal Mint in the United Kingdom, Great Britain. And once more, 10 ounces. These are the exact same size. No reeded edge on this bar. It's a smooth edge. It's got a beautiful Britannia design here on this side. This is a gorgeous bar as well. I really want a 100-ounce version of this, okay? I really want one of those. Hopefully we can make that happen. All right, so what I wanted to tell you is that they both come in plastic, okay? So when I got these were wrapped in plastic. I cut them out of the plastic, and the reason I did that is because I prefer, A, to show them to you without the dingy, nasty mint plastic, so you can see the true luster and beauty of silver here on my YouTube channel. but also because I was going to go ahead and put them in capsules. And I'm doing that because I handle these. All right. I handle these for the YouTube channel. I'm constantly pulling these bars out, these 2 bars. But for all the other RCM or Britannia bars, I probably will not put them in these capsules. Probably just leave them in the original packaging and throw them in the RCM 10-ounce silver bar monster box I have. But if you want to put them in capsules, let me show you where you get them. And once more, it's the same guy, On Fire Guy. All right. So first, I'm going to go ahead and show you the actual capsule itself. You can see it's kind of squared off. It's a nice fit here. We'll go ahead and grab the RCM bar. No need to find a white dot in this particular instance. Make sure there's sometimes you get a little bit of like dust or fur or whatever is floating in the air stuck in these. So we'll go ahead and get that out of there so we can keep a nice clean appearance. We'll go ahead and grab the bar. Just like the coins, sometimes you have to kind of finagle them just a little bit and they will fall into the capsule. So let's try a different approach. There we go. Got the gloves stuck in there, no rips. All right. Let's grab the top now. You can see the top or the lid, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and place the lid right on top. And just like the coins, go ahead and make sure we definitely hit those corners. I just kind of walk my hands, pressing not too hard. I don't press too hard, just enough. You can feel it sealing there. And now you've got your silver bar and a capsule. Of course, these capsules scratch up when you set it down on the table, when you scoot it, when you sit it on top of something else. You know, these actual capsules will scratch up and it'll start to deteriorate the actual look of the silver, but the silver itself, of course, is protected and fine. So let's go ahead and grab that box from On Fire Guy. All right, so here you go. 10-ounce bar, direct fit, airtight brand capsule, and this one holds 10. And I've had this for some time now. All right, I bought this probably about a year ago as well, but you can get these on Amazon.com, eBay, directly from On Fire Guy. You can look them up on any of your search engines, and you'll get these shipped out to you. So there you go. That's the capsules now for the 10-ounce silver bars. And just to prove it, in case there's any doubters or haters out there, inevitably you find your way to my channel, I'll just go ahead and grab, same thing, the Britannia bar. Such a beautiful bar. Gorgeous, gorgeous bar. Go ahead and grab the lid, and we will secure this bar the same way we did the Royal Canadian Mint bar. And there you go. Protected. Perfect. Awesome. And it's very secure. No wiggle. All right, everybody. This was a longer video, but it had to be long because of all of the stuff I wanted to show you today. Whether or not you're stacking silver for the short term or the long term, if you have physical silver, you got to find a way to, keep it safe. People buy with their eyes. People like beautiful, brilliant, uncirculated silver bullion coins. Hopefully you learned something today on how to protect and store your silver coins and bars. Please leave comments in the comment section below. Let me know your own personal experiences storing, as well as, for those especially that have held silver coins, rounds, and bars a lot longer than I have. Hopefully you learned something from me today. You saw some new techniques on how you can, put silver and gold coins into different capsule tubes, boxes, or regular mint tubes. Thanks again for tuning in. Please hit that like button down below if you haven't done so before you leave. It really does help me with the YouTube algorithm. These channels, these stacking channels that you're watching right now, we don't get spread around the YouTube algorithm too much, so it's real hard to get attention to bring new subscribers to the channel. So hitting that like button definitely helps me out. Thanks again, everybody. Keep stacking. I'll have a couple more unboxings for you this weekend. Take care, my friends. We'll see you soon.